So a vastly changed side for Benetton. 2 wins from 6 to start the campaign for them. They will be expecting to be in amongst the playoff spots come June. It's a similar story for Edinburgh. Both sides level on points, but Edinburgh will be desperate to atone for that toothless defeat in Treviso in May, which was a real low point for the club, which has seen such exciting action in the last few weeks. Thompson kicks off, and we are underway at the Hive. I'm sure there will be many carries for the young centre. It's Ali Price to Grant Gilchrist, the captain. 3 starts for him in the autumn internationals. Pierre Schoeman likewise. Now Thompson. Wes Huson back in at fullback, one of only 6 ever-present players in the URC this season across all teams. And there's Paul Smith. Solid carry from him, but not breaking through this resolute Benetton defence just yet, but they have now, and it will open up surely the first score of the game for Duan van der Merwe. It's taken him 65 seconds to make an impact.
You just have to run into him, and suddenly you manage to get yourself a penalty.
Ashman, it came off the fingertips of Sykes, and now bursting through for Edinburgh is going Ben Muncaster. It is the second score, opportunistic from Muncaster. Edinburgh have 2 tries inside 15 minutes. We've already got 2 scores. Knocking on the door of another one. Schoeman.
On the line. Advantage offside.
There's Bradbury. Bradbury stretches and scores. With advantage in their back pocket. Edinburgh didn't need it. 3 tries already. And Edinburgh really mean business this evening. Well, that's a loose one. Ashman will pick it up. Another opportunity for Edinburgh here. Miss out, Bradbury! Bonus point try after 23 minutes for Edinburgh. An unbelievable start for them. And they have become so efficient.
To make sure they go into the lead, into the half, with even more of a lead, but they don't.
Not so, it's over the fingertips of Ritchie. Halafi had it, but now so does Paul Hill. Paul Hill skips away from one. What a finish that is for Paul Hill for his first try in an Edinburgh shirt. Edinburgh started perfectly in the first minute. They've ended it in exactly the same fashion. Straightforward kick. Paul Hill's just been nicknamed the Gazelle by the stadium announcer here at the Hive. And Edinburgh have been outstanding in that first half. 5 tries, Duan van der Merwe, Ben Muncaster, a double for Bradbury, and then Paul Hill finishing it all off at the break at the Hive. It's Edinburgh 35, Benetton 0.
Time on.
Jacob Umanga will kick us off for the second half, and a strengthening wind.
Yeah. but we would moan when they weren't close enough to the try line.
Up then went Isakor to claim the line out. Now Zanon. Uren and Umanga with the looping pass. Smith, a Dogwu, and Benetton answer straight back in the second half. The ideal start for them, and it's a mirror image of what Edinburgh did in the opening minutes of the first half. Same corner, same number. Paolo Adogwu goes in for Benetton's first score.
Yes, the bounce pass does them, I think. Yeah, they get in good shape. Umanga's playing flat, and that ball there, just getting it across. Darcy Graham, who was, I think, went in for the intercept, then stopped. But they just managed to manipulate the Edinburgh defence. Darcy Graham's got a bite in, he misses the ball, but actually the work had been done inside of that.
I don't know if he's going for the ball, John. I think he's going for the player, but because the ball's not an accurate pass, because it's gone over.
Sneeman. Benetton have really come out like they mean business in this second half, looking to make up for that disastrous opening 40 minutes that they had. Uren to within a metre.
he's got it.
And another try for Benetton. 2 in quick succession in the space of the opening 7.5 minutes in this second half. Is it Augustine Creevy that has gone over on debut?
Not bad for a 39-year-old, 110 caps for Argentina. It's really well worked from Benetton, though. They managed to just go through the phases, break Edinburgh down, find the little soft edges, get within a metre of the try line, and I think it is, isn't it, Augustine Creevy? But they've done really well to just build on that and find a way to break Edinburgh down, and this is it. They've suddenly got a little spark to him. He's done well to go over the line there.
So there's a wee flash of silver as he goes over there, the 39-year-old.
Magnus Bradbury just gets caught a little bit high at guard for Edinburgh. Just from a Benetton point of view, you know, how frustrating for the coaches that looks like they've got the hairdryer treatment at half-time. I know the wind's strong, but they've come out full of energy, far more aggressive than we saw in the first half.
I agree, but you look at Edinburgh, suddenly they're...
Good old tap and go. Augustine Creevy at the heart of it. Here goes the veteran Argentine hooker.
He's been doing that for 39 years.
He ran to Correade.
On the line, please.
Straight out of the maternity ward onto the rugby field. And try is scored. And it's Creevy again. It is unbelievable. Augustine Creevy, at 39 years of age, has breathed life into this Benetton performance. It's given them real hope. And isn't he loving it?
What are we doing up here, John?
I'm just thinking that.
Get us back out there.
Got a couple of years left, I think. Look at the quality of the carry, though, quality of the clean. Every time we talked about in the first half, every time Edinburgh carried, they landed forward on top of Benetton players, and that's soft. Really soft defence around the guard there by Marshall Sykes.
I tell you what, for a new man, though, he's obviously come in and you could see him rallying the troops earlier. I mentioned it. And when you bring someone like that off the bench, end it like Beckham.
That was a proper banana kick from Jacob Umaga, and he nailed it. Now Price, Darcy Graham. Graham is through one. Isakor gets back, there's Ali Price. And that changes the momentum, and Edinburgh needed it. What an important score from Ali Price. Creevy's got it again. He knows the way to the line. There's Isakor. Edinburgh offside. Isakor gets there. That is a 4th try for Benetton. Alessandro Isakor gets it. And they keep the points rattling on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they've looked a bit vulnerable in and around guard. Obviously, Creevy's picked up 2. It's just one-out carries. Benetton do the important, just take their time, manage to ensure they've got support in place. The worst thing is to go isolate, because defenders are going to try and jam you back across the ruck, try and snap off the Weld player. It's just a battle of height at that point. Isakor gets lower. I think it's Marshall Sykes again, potentially just too high. Too high. At that point, you've got to be lower. In defence, you've got to be lower. And if you're not, you've got to bash them back over the ruck.
Well, Umang is going to take his time with this. It may look straightforward, but it's not. Blast it with as much power as you can. Put it over the stand, and he does just that. It's a 2-try game.
Sean Everett will be worried up there in that box, because when Benetton get close, John, it just looks like the inevitable is going to happen. They're going to go over. It doesn't look like Edinburgh have got anything to really stop it. Like you said, they need to try and spear that back in, but there's just too much space between Magnus Bradbury there and whoever's next to him.
One stop.
He's going to now have to leave it for Bazan Velez. Stepping on at pace, Marine. What a carry. Within just a couple of yards. Penalty coming. Isakor, who's already scored once.
Tackle away, leave! Tackle!
There he is, Creevy's got his hands on it. He's not letting anyone else do it, is he? Look.
It's Umaga and stepping back, Fekitoa for the try. This is going to be a grandstand finish. Malachi Fekitoa goes over for Benetton's. What's that?
Fifth try.
Fifth try it is.
Yeah, lost track. This is a bananas game. I don't know what's going on. It's just been a game of two halves, as they say, Ryan. But I just think you've seen the impact of when the energy comes away from you, and anyone could look at that. Darcy Graham under the post as the third last defender. Just to be that way, you're manipulated. He gets stepped back on the inside, but it all comes from the ill discipline. Back on the halfway line. Penalty given away at the breakdown. You find yourself 5 meters out, and now really is game on.
Through it goes from Umaga, an important one to get this to within one score for Benetton. And you can see the belief in the coaching staff in front of us at the Hive amongst the Benetton coaches. Fekitoa scores his first of the season.
Let's go then.
Have another crack here.
Venter goes again. Big first contact. Gilchrist and Harrison almost there. Ritchie, and he's got Muncaster alongside him. That's a huge moment for Edinburgh. Ben Healy brings up the half century, and that'll finish things off. Contest this, a tale of two halves, but at the conclusion, it is Edinburgh 50, Benetton 33.